The GTA 6 trailer has been packed with crazy attention to detail. One subtle thing that really impressed a lot of people was the liquid physics inside the bottles. I mean, it looks insanely realistic. So today, I'm going to show you how to recreate that bottle liquid physics step by step in Unreal Engine 5. I also recreated the jiggle physics in my previous tutorial, so check that out too. With that said, it's going to be a very easy to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we will need is of course a bottle model. In my case, I have imported this one from Sketchfab. It's pretty simple, it's just a little bottle, and this is the one that I would be using to add the liquid effect inside. Now I want to mention that this model in specific, as you can see, has a lot of different material slots. It has a material slot for the outside, for the liquid, which is the one that I'm going to be changing, for the actual top here, and more stuff. But if you don't find a bottle that has a lot of slots, what you can do is simply duplicate the bottle and then make it bigger, and then place the other one inside, and then simply change the whole bottle inside to be from a liquid material, and that will create the illusion that there's the bottle and then there's liquid inside of it, if that makes sense. But to make your life easier, what I'm going to do is just link the same bottle that I'm using in the description. So when you import it, just make sure that you click on combine meshes, so it imports everything in one piece with multiple material slots. So with that said, let's go ahead and actually create the material the material for the liquid. So let's go ahead and just right click over here and create a new material. Let's call this m_liquid bottle, whatever, and open it up. So first things first, let's go and select the main material node, go to the details panel and change the blend mode to be translucent, so it works more as a liquid. On top of that, I'm going to go into the two-sided and just enable this, so it will go ahead and render in both sides, and you'll see that later when we have the liquid, it will just look a bit nicer. So with that said, let me show you first of all how we're going to be working out the bottle liquid kind of balance kind of thing, because we're gonna be faking all this stuff. We are not actually gonna be adding physics into our bottle. We're gonna be adding a material that calculates a certain position, and then we just flip that position over and over as if it was just a line. So first things first, let's get an absolute world position. So just type world position, and then by default it will be already absolute world position. And they want to get the X, Y, and Z and subtract this from the actor position, which is this one over here under coordinates. And this is essentially just the position of the actor in the world. And now what we can do is mask this using a component mask. So the mask allows us to get a specific vector. So we have it here, X, Y, and Z. We want to disable RGB and just enable B. That way we're getting Z, and Z is obviously the height, okay, up and down. That is the vector that we want to work on. Right after we do this, we're going to simply do a 1- to invert the liquid, and then we want to add an offset. Okay, this is like how much liquid we should have. Let's put in 100 just for now, and then from here we can just do floor, so it will round it, and that's it. We can just put this in opacity, and you can see that we are kind of cutting the material in half, and this will create our liquid simulation. So now in the bottle, if I scroll down and drag this into the liquid over here, I still don't see it because I need to apply it into another material. I'm gonna also do it for the liquid vidrio dentro. I'm gonna do this one too, and for this last one. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, I now have the glass and I have liquid over here. So if I start to go ahead and rotate this, as you can see, there's the first steps of our liquid simulation. As you can see, we have a sort of liquid inside of it. And to see this in a cooler way, I'm gonna simulate physics over here, press Alt S, and there we go. It's just as we had liquid in our bottle, which is really cool. But we are not finished. We have to improve this. Apart from obviously improving a bit the colors and the shading itself, we want to improve it so that there's a bit of waves, because right now it looks very fake. Okay, there's not any waves, it's more of a just, I don't know, of a ghost inside of the bottle, so it doesn't look very good. So I'm gonna be using another approach based on what we did over here and just improve it by adding little waves, little offsets, and just overall improve it a bunch more. And it's gonna be pretty straightforward, so let's go through it. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and delete all of this. And we're gonna stay with our absolute warp position and actor position, okay? But instead of actor, we're gonna do object position this time, okay? And it's gonna be this one under coordinates. So this will be plugged into B. All right, so after subtracting the absolute warp position and the object position, we're gonna be getting a mask once again, mask component, disable all this and enable the B. Okay, enable the B, like I mentioned before, means that we are just getting the Z axis, which is up and down, because we want to split the thing on the Z axis, okay? Now with this, what we can do is do an add, and for the add, when I copy this mask, paste it down here, plug it in, and then from here we can just multiply it. Now in here comes the cool stuff. What we can do is add a time node, and a time node allows us to add a sine. A sine, if you don't know, is just a way of creating a wave model, right? So a sine will just go up and down on a loop, and we need a time input so the sine actually moves. And then from there, what we can do is multiply this by a value. This is how strong these waves will be. Now I'm gonna make it very, very small, around 0.05, so it's barely noticeable. It's just a bit, okay? And from there we can just multiply here, and then just plug this into the add that we added on top. Okay, we are nearly there. We just need to do a little thing for an offset. So once again, let's add another add node. I'm saying a lot of add, but it's what it is. And what we're going to do is get the object bounds, okay? This one on the top. And from here, once again, we want to add a mask component, and we want to disable everything except for B. The B is the only one that we want to enable. We're only working on B because, like I mentioned, this is Z. All right, and then from there, what we can do is make a bit more space here and simply multiply this by a number. So let's put in around 0.5. And now what we can do is put this on the add, and it will be added. So this is kind of the object bounds, and you can change this to have a different amount of opacity. And from there, we can subtract this, and the subtraction will be another multiplication, but this time by around 0.2 instead of 0.5. And we do this, we can subtract them, we can now divide this, and the division is essentially the, let's say the transition between our liquid and not having liquid, okay? 2 will be a bit of a hard edge, but liquids in real life usually have a hard edge. So let's go ahead and leave it like this for now. And then we just need to add a clamp node. So between 0 and 1 by default will work perfectly. And then we need a 1 minus to invert everything that we have done. As you might remember, we also did it before. And last but not least, we multiply this by a number. This is basically the opacity. So around 0.7 will be good. So the liquid has a bit of, you know, a different color. And now with that said, I'm gonna plug this into the emissive color because it will look a bit better for the liquid. And actually, sorry, this goes to the opacity. As you can see, now we have a liquid going on with a couple of waves, which is really, really cool. Now let's hold the 3 on our keyboard and press the left mouse button so we add a new color. And let's make this a bit of this color, okay? Kind of to have it like in GTA 6. And then plug that into the emissive color. And now we have a liquid. We apply, save, and boom! We have a really cool liquid going on, as you can see, with waves, which is really cool. If I simulate this, this will be way better. As you can see now, it even stays because we're calculating the object bounds, so it doesn't fill in the whole bottle. We are just doing what we need. And it's looking quite insane. As you can see, it's really cool. And obviously right now, we have an emissive color. If we were to put this on base color, it would be a bit less shiny. So it's really up to you You know, if you want to leave it like this, it actually looks pretty cool still. So it's up to you if you want to do emissive or non-emissive. I mean, another thing that you can do is just put a multiplier before the emissive color and put maybe like 0.5, so it's a bit less, you know, emissive. And now this looks more like just white, but you can really play around, okay, to get exactly what you want. And one extra thing that you can do that I just did was, of course, play around with the actual color. You can maybe put it as more of a one that you like, you know, plug into the emissive color, like I said, or a base. You can play around with that, and also change up this value, which is essentially how filled up the liquid is. The smaller it is, the more filled up it is. The bigger the value is, the more empty the bottle is, okay? So as you can see, just play it a bit and get some nicer results. So yeah, it's basically playing around. That's it, guys. If you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to check out my jiggle physics from the GTA 6 trailer tutorial, which I will link in the description. Join my Unreal Club so you can download the prep files of this tutorial and 800 tutorials more. And now, yes, with all that said, bye bye.